In the hush of dawn, as sunlight stretches across the American expanse, a subtle transformation unfolds. The cities, those monuments to ambition and industry, are stirring, not with the clamor of growth, but with the quiet tremors of uncertainty. Empty windows catch the first morning light, reflecting a world in flux, and an ancient rhythm of change begins to pulse beneath the concrete and glass. Today, we embark on a journey across these vast landscapes, from the misty coasts to the heartland's rivers, to witness a seismic shift in the urban tapestry. Here, the story of collapsing rents and anxious landlords is written not in headlines, but in the silent corridors of high-rises, in the gentle movement of for-rent signs swaying in the breeze. This is the unseen migration, the turning tide that few dare to name, yet all can feel. Join me as we trace the delicate footprints of this transformation, moving city by city, street by street. Together, we'll observe the intricate interplay of hope and apprehension, of opportunity and loss. In these silent spaces, the pulse of American life beats on, inviting us to listen, to truly listen, to the stories of change, echoing through the heart of the nation. If you want to stay informed on these shifting tides and uncover more stories shaping our cities, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring you the latest insights and in-depth analysis every week. Break time. Join our community and never miss an update. San Francisco, a city once alive with the ceaseless energy of its residents, now finds itself suspended in a rare moment of calm. The iconic skyline, brushed by the fingers of fog, stands as a silent witness to a remarkable shift. Where once the lights of countless apartments sparkled into the night, now many windows remain dark, a mosaic of absence, echoing the departure of those who once called this place home. Walking the streets, the echoes of laughter and conversation have faded, replaced by a gentle hush that settles over neighborhoods. The music of cable cars is now softer, their routes passing by empty stoops and locked gates. It is here, among the hills and winding lanes, that the signs of change are unmistakable. Rental listings multiplying, landlords peering anxiously from windows, and the city's pulse slowing to match the rhythm of uncertainty. Yet, even as these changes unfold, a certain resilience lingers in the air. The city breathes differently now, adapting to a new cadence. The fog, ever present, rolls in and out, just as the tides of people have done, shrouding San Francisco in both mystery and hope as it waits to discover what comes next. New York City, a metropolis built on movement and momentum, now finds itself in a rare state of pause. The towering high-rises stand resolute, yet their silent corridors tell a story of change. Elevators ascend and descend with a new quiet, their echoing chimes a reminder of the shifting tides of people. Some departing, others hesitating at the threshold. Between the skyscrapers, uncertainty lingers as a mist in the air. The daily rush has slowed, replaced by the soft footfalls of those who remain. Window lights flicker on and off, an uncertain Morse code sent from one apartment to another, signaling the choices and anxieties of life within these walls. For landlords, the city's promise has taken on a sharper edge, a landscape of possibilities now shadowed by vacancy. But even here, in the heart of the city that never sleeps, there is a sense of anticipation. The energy that once drove New York forward is not lost, only transformed, biding its time in the quiet spaces between heartbeats. It is in these silences that the future is quietly being written, one empty apartment at a time. Sprawling across valleys and hills, Los Angeles is a city of dreams, now cloaked in an unfamiliar, contemplative quiet. The distant hum of traffic drifts through the air, softer than before, as wide boulevards and palm-lined streets bear witness to a subtle unease. Here, the rhythm of life has slowed, and beneath the surface, a quiet anxiety settles among the landlords. Across neighborhoods once alive with the bright promise of new arrivals, rental signs bloom like wildflowers, each one a silent plea for occupants. Landlords walk their properties with measured steps, their thoughts clouded by the uncertainty of tomorrow. The city's famed skyline, shimmering in the afternoon haze, looks out over a landscape transformed by absence, by hope, by the restless anticipation of change. Yet, in the golden light of evening, Los Angeles reveals a resilience woven into its very fabric. The city adapts, as it always has, to the shifting sands of fortune and fate. In this pause, both renters and owners find themselves waiting, listening, ready to move when the time is right. In Seattle, the gentle roll of mist descends from the sound, wrapping the city in a soft, ethereal embrace. Once crowded districts, once filled with the buzz of tech and culture, now lie still in the quiet hours. Coffee shops open their doors to empty seats, and the distant chime of the ferry bell drifts over silent streets. Here, anticipation hangs thick in the air. Landlords watch the weather and the markets, waiting for a sign, a shift that may bring back the renters who have drifted away. Apartment windows look out over rain-kissed rooftops, their glass reflecting the uncertainty of the times. The city's pulse, once quickened by innovation, now beats to a slower, more cautious rhythm. Yet beneath the quiet, Seattle's spirit endures. The community adapts, neighbors reach out, and life, though altered, finds new ways to thrive. The mist may obscure the future, but within its veil, hope takes root, quietly awaiting the sun's return. Under the wide-open Texas skies, Austin stands as a city in transition. The gentle rustle of leaves on tree-lined streets is punctuated by the flutter of rental signs, small signals of a shifting market. Once, these neighborhoods brimmed with the energy of newcomers, lured by music, tech, and promise. Now, a subtle tension weaves through the air. Landlords accustomed to the steady march of tenants now wait with cautious eyes. The city's parks and open spaces echo with a quieter joy, as families and friends gather in smaller circles. Across the skyline, cranes stand idle, paused above unfinished dreams, while apartment complexes quietly adjust their expectations. Yet Austin's spirit remains undiminished. The city listens for the next note, poised on the edge of a new melody, a harmony born from adaptation and resilience. In the gentle sway of the live oaks, one can sense both the anxiety and the hope that define this unfolding chapter. Chicago, where the wind sweeps relentlessly through broad avenues and empty streets, now finds itself at a crossroads. The reflective waters of Lake Michigan mirror a city pausing to catch its breath. Apartment towers rise along the shoreline, their windows shining back the uncertain future faced by landlords and tenants alike. Once, the city's neighborhoods pulsed with the rhythm of daily life, commuters, students, and families weaving their stories together. Now, that rhythm is quieter, more contemplative. Rental listings grow, and the anxiety of landlords is matched by the cautious optimism of those seeking a place to call home. The city listens, watchful, as the balance between supply and demand tilts delicately. But Chicago is no stranger to reinvention. The city's heart beats steadily, even in moments of change. The river flows on, carrying with it the hopes of a population waiting for the next chapter to unfold, guided by the lessons of the past and the promise of tomorrow. In Miami, sunlight dances across the shimmering coastline, illuminating a city caught between luxury and uncertainty. The slow movement of clouds drifts over glass towers and palm-fringed avenues, casting soft shadows on buildings that once commanded premium rents. Here, the uncertainty of the times lingers like a warm breeze. Luxury condos and waterfront apartments, once filled with the hum of activity, now echo with quiet. Landlords, guardians of these gleaming towers, face a new reality. For rent signs appear in places once thought immune to the ebb and flow of the market, and the city's famed nightlife pauses, waiting for its next act. Yet, in the spaces between sun and shadow, Miami's spirit endures. The city adapts, as it always has, to the changing tides, both literal and metaphorical. With every sunrise, there is a renewed sense of possibility, a hope that the next wave will bring with it new stories, new beginnings. Beneath the steadfast gaze of the Rockies, Denver's neighborhoods rest in a rare stillness. The mountains, ancient and unmoving, watch over a city that has known both rapid growth and sudden pauses. Quiet streets wind through suburban enclaves, where for rent signs have become quiet markers of transition. Landlords here, once buoyed by steady demand, now wait in patient anticipation. The city's parks and open spaces, usually alive with activity, now hum with a softer energy. The anticipation is almost tangible, a sense that Denver is holding its collective breath, waiting for the next gust of wind to shift the balance once more. In this calm, the city finds strength. The mountains stand as symbols of resilience, reminding Denver's residents that change, though unsettling, is also a part of nature's cycle. In the shadow of these peaks, both landlords and renters look to the horizon, searching for the first signs of a new dawn. Boston's historic streets, shaped by centuries of change, now bear the weight of a new uncertainty. The gentle lapping of the harbor is a constant, even as the city's rental market shifts beneath quiet facades. Here, the fortunes of renters and owners move in a delicate dance, each step shaped by forces seen and unseen. Rows of brick apartments, once tightly held, now display for-rent signs with increasing frequency. The city's academic pulse, usually steady and strong, has slowed, leaving neighborhoods quieter than before. Landlords adjust, tenants weigh their options, and the city listens to the subtle changes unfolding among its storied avenues. Yet Boston's legacy is one of endurance and reinvention. The city's character, forged in the crucible of history, guides it through each new trial. In the embrace of the harbor and the shelter of its streets, Boston prepares for the next chapter, its spirit undiminished by the uncertainty of the present. In Portland, the lush greenery thrives beneath a sky heavy with rain. The soft patter of drops creates a gentle symphony, a backdrop to a city in quiet transition. Here, the calm before a new era is palpable, felt in the stillness of neighborhoods and the patient watchfulness of landlords. Rental listings increase, but the sense of panic is muted, replaced by a cautious optimism. Portlanders, familiar with cycles of change, move with the rhythm of the seasons. For rent signs, quietly multiplying, are met with understanding rather than alarm, a recognition that every cycle has its ebb and flow. As the rain nourishes the earth, so too does change nourish the city's spirit. Portland awaits the future with a measured calm, trusting in the resilience of its people and the enduring beauty of its landscape. In this quiet, the seeds of renewal are already taking root. As we step back from this journey, the landscapes of American cities reveal themselves in a new light. Each city, unique in its rhythm and story, stands at the threshold of transformation. The empty windows, the quiet corridors, and the patient watchfulness of landlords are not merely signs of crisis, but of evolution, a quiet testament to the resilience woven through urban life. In every corner of the nation, from the fog-wrapped hills of San Francisco to the rain-soaked streets of Portland, we witness a delicate balance between anxiety and hope. These stories, unfolding in silence, invite us to look deeper, to see not just the headlines, but the hearts and lives behind each shifting market. Let us listen to the pulse of change with reverence for the quiet courage it demands. The cities are waiting, their stories still unfolding. And in their silence, we find both a warning and a promise that even in moments of uncertainty, the spirit of adaptation endures.